Okay, so linear equations application just means word problems. A web-based t-shirt company has learned by pricing a clearance sale t-shirt at $6, sales, I spelled things wrong, will reach 2,000 t-shirts per day. Raising the price to $8 will cause the sales to fall $1,500 t-shirts per day. So we know that if we were to build a table, okay, X comes first, then Y, and we have to price the shirts before we sell them. So money is your X, and the amount sold is your Y. So knowing that, if I had sold my shirts for $6 a piece, I sold 2,000. And if I sold them at $8 a piece, I only sold 1,500. So I'm given 2 points. So it says, assume the relationship between sales price and number of t-shirts sold is linear and write an equation describing this relationship. Write the equation in slope-intercept form. So just a reminder, slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. And I'm given 2 points. So yes, I don't know my slope and I don't know my y-intercept, but I can find both with those 2 points. So I am going to find slope first. This is my x1, y1, x2, y2. So I know 1,500 minus 2,000 over 8 minus 6 equals, again, use your calculator. And that gives me negative 250 for my slope. So I know my slope. I know y equals negative 250 x plus b. I still don't know b. So because I don't know b, I have to plug in a point to solve for b. It doesn't matter which one we use. I'm just going to use the first one. So for y, I'm going to plug in 2,000 equals negative 250 times x is 6 plus b. Negative 250 times 6 is negative 1,500. And then to solve for b, I'm going to add 1,500 to both sides. And I get b equals 3,500. So knowing that, in a second, I have a line. Knowing that, my equation is y equals m, negative 250 x plus b, my 3,500. And so now I'm going to use that formula to solve b. Amy. Okay, so I know that it says predict the sales of t-shirts if the price is $7.50. Well, price was my x, so this is my x. And I'm looking for the amount of sales, so I'm looking for my y. So I'm just going to use this equation and I'm going to plug it in. So I know y equals negative 250 times x, which is $7.50, plus 3,500. And I get 1,625. So I know I sold 1,625 shirts if it was $7.50 a piece. So there's the first one. So then let's look at the second one. So the second one says a rock is dropped from the top of a 400-foot cliff. After 1 second, the rock is traveling 32 feet per second, and after 3 seconds, the rock is traveling 96 feet per second. So it says assume the relationship between time and speed is linear and write an equation describing this relationship. Use the ordered pairs of the form time, comma, speed. So time is my x, speed is my y. So I know my time was 1 second and my speed was 32. And then again, my time was 3 seconds and my speed was 96. And again, it doesn't say it, but we're putting it in y equals mx plus b form. And just a reminder, I didn't write this on the first one, that your slope formula is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. This is my x1, y1, x2, y2. And I still have to find m and b. So I know 96 minus 32 over 3 minus 1. Gives me 32 for my slope. So I know y equals 32x plus b. We don't know b. So I can use one of my points. I'm going to use the second one. So y is 96 equals 32 times x is 3. The reason I use the second one is because when I used the first one last week, it confused a lot of people because it was 32, 32. So knowing that, I get 32 times 3. So I have 96 equals 96 plus b. So I'm going to do minus 96 minus 96. And I get b equals 0. So I know y equals 32x. And I don't have to put plus 0. So because of that, it says use the equation to determine the speed of the rock. Speed is your y after 4 seconds. So x equals 4. So we're going to plug in y equals 32 times 4. And if you type that in your calculator, I get 128. And when we label that, your speed was labeled feet per second. Okay, and I'm also going to start the third one on the practice with you. So I'm going to do half of that one with you. Okay, so if you flip to the back and look at number 3. Whoop. I don't have mine double-sided. Okay, if you look at number 3, it says in 2006, the U.S. populations or persons per square mile of land area was 85. In 2014, the persons per square mile was 89.48. Write an equation describing the relationship between year and persons per square mile. So again, we're going to do y equals mx plus b. It says use order pairs of the form years past 2006 in persons per square mile. So this is my time, and this is my persons per square mile. But what I want you to realize is it said years past 2006. It doesn't just say years, so I can't just type 2006, 2014. Well, I know that 2006 and 2006 are the same year. You can also subtract to find out how far past they are, and that gives me a time of 0. So I know at 0 years, there were 85 persons per square mile. Now in 2014, well, 2014 minus 2006, that's 8 years later. I had 89.48. Sorry. So we know we need to find m and b. And I want you to realize we already found b because your y-intercept is where x equals 0. So you don't actually have to solve for b. The only solving you have to do on part A is your slope. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And then down here, be careful. Yes, you're given years, but it's 2018. If you do 2018 minus 2006, that is 12. So this is, you're going to plug in x equals 12.